So, welcome everybody to our October spiritual gathering. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm really excited to have my good friend Chris Gordon with us today. And she's going to have a lot of great things to tell us about the 12 chakras. And I know right about now you're saying 7. No. She's going to tell you about the 12 chakras, but I'll let her talk more about that. So for those of you that may be on for the first time, I just want to let you know a little bit about the group. The spiritual gathering started so that I could help to bring information to people on alternative healing, things like chakras, things like grounding, just anything that you may need to get through these very unusual times, sometimes strange, sometimes tumultuous, sometimes crazy, sometimes very freeing. But whatever it is that you need to learn about, where I can help you to find some people in the field that you may need some assistance with. That's what we're here for, just to help everybody to get as much knowledge as they can and really use them in their toolbox to help themselves feel really good and together. So with that being said, most of you know that you're already in the Facebook group, and I also have a website with information. You could also join by email. Now, some news starting in December, we will no longer be doing the live Zooms, okay? I'm still going to have people on in a podcast. It'll be pre-recorded, and I will be dropping it into my YouTube channel on the 15th of every month. So this way you don't have to wait for Sunday night. You don't have to try to stay awake if you want to go to bed early. I don't have to end those things at 8:30. Hurry up quick, they're tired. So it'll be good. And also you'll be able to watch these videos at your convenience, whenever time is right for you. In the middle of the night, you can't sleep, turn it on, listen to Chris. She'll tell you all about the chakras, okay? So you can just check out the information. It will be at the end of this video once we put it onto YouTube as well. So you can get Chris's information, my information, and the websites that are all involved. Okay. We do have another speaker, one more Zoom, one more time to be live and in person. Because the advantage of being live and in person is you're the only ones that get to hear my guided meditation at the end. We don't have it in the replay, so maybe you'll want to get to this last one in November too. And we're going to have Suzanne Sweeney of Energized Body and Mind. She's going to be talking about the 4 keys to optimal health. She is a health coach. She is also a Tai Chi and Qigong master. And she has a wonderful cookbook that I've been using recipes at. So she's going to share a lot of that information with us. So let's jump over to Chris. Okay. As I said, I'll just give you a little bit about it. So the 12 chakras. Now, most of you already know what the chakras are about. For those that don't, unfortunately, I could not do screen share quick enough to put this together, but this is what the chakras look like. Okay. It's energy centers that run up and down the spine, through the body, from the head down to the base of the spine. Okay. Each chakra vibrates at a different color and a different tone. And these are just the 7 that I showed you about. So the energy centers in the center of the body, they are spinning discs, okay? The word chakra comes from the Sanskrit that talks about spinning wheel, okay? Because it's spinning energy into the body. Chakras are thought to provide subtle energy that helps your organs, your mind, and your soul work at their best level. And the word chakras is still, it's probably about from 1500 to 1000 BC that they were first found in sacred text back then. So chakras is not something new. It's something that's been around for a very long time. And the energy that the chakras help to subtly bring to the body can help us heal in so many ways. But if those chakras get a little clogged, we need to clear them out. And that's when you call Chris. And she'll do a great job with that for you. So she's going to talk about the 12 chakra system. So she's going to activate and bring the 5 new chakras online for us to tell them all about it so we can start being aware of them and finding them. And this is also as the age of Aquarius is amping up. Our chakra system is very busy bringing 5 new energy centers online. Okay. And as these new centers awaken within us, our current 7 chakras will start changing and shifting as well. They'll have different jobs to do now. So it's just time to let your chakra get aligned as we listen to Chris, and she'll make things happier and healthier for you with your chakras. Now, Chris Gordon, she's from Celestial Healing, which she started it back in 2004. She is a shamanic grandmother. She is a Reiki teacher, a medium, metaphysical therapist, healing touch, animal Reiki, and so much more. And she has the gift of seeing and hearing and reading energy. Her website, which will be at the end of this video when it's on YouTube, is www.celestialhealingwithchris.com. That's celestialhealingwithchris.com. Okay. And Chris has known that she's had this unique gift since she was a child and decided to make it her life's work to help others to lead a more fulfilling life. And just by doing that with blending energy medicine and therapy with love, compassion, and gratitude. So, are we ready to bring in Chris now? Chris, come on in and tell us about the 12 chakras, my friend.
Thank you, Denise. Gosh, that was so wonderful. I'm glad this is being recorded. I want to play that over and over again. Thank you. That was awesome. Thank you very much. So, wow, it is so humbling, and I am so honored to see so many wonderful people out there. Thank you all so much for coming. So what I want to do is first talk to you about the chakra system and why we have it, what it does. And then after we do each one, I'm going to read an activation that will get you started, okay? But that'll be like the last thing I do. So we're going to talk about all 12, because even the ones that we had with us before this activation, they are changing. Most of them, well, all but one is changing color. They're changing what they do, their purpose. And so we are going to go over this just step by step. We're going to start with our new lowest chakra. And just a few little things. The golden age of Atlantis, way back then, Denise spoke about when, how old the chakra system that we know is. And so in the golden age of Atlantis, we had a 12 chakra system. And when a new energy, sorry about that, had to plug you in, the energy of Pisces took over, we lost 5 of our chakras. So these chakras aren't really anything new. They are just reawakening. They're coming alive. They're coming back online. And so as they do, our body in turn, every cell in our body is also remembering. Now, these chakras will come online if we don't do anything at all. But we know from science, we know from, I was involved in a study, I had 50 of the most beautiful people volunteered to help us do this study to see if this activation would actually help speed up the process of bringing our reawakened chakras online. And it did. It was amazing. So we want this to be easier for us, not harder. And so a lot of these chakras have emotions attached to them. So why wouldn't we want to do this and kind of help it along? But whether you choose to help it along or not, it's the knowing, so that if you feel a certain way, if something feels different or new within you, you can look back and go, oh, I think that's probably one of my chakras changing or coming online. And our chakras hold all of our talents and gifts somewhere in this 12 energy field system. They hold our talents and our gifts. They're also attached to the sacred Merkaba, and they are the blueprint. And when you feel like you're having downloads, or you feel like you're having interesting dreams, or you're getting information and you don't know where it's coming from, it's the chakra system coming online. That's what's giving you all of this wonderful new knowledge and understanding, and sometimes just awareness that you're not even sure how you know, why you know, when you knew, but you know it. So the first one we're going to start with is one of the ones that's coming online, and it's the Earth Star chakra. And it's black and white in color. And I chose tonight to do what the chakras do, where they are in the body, and the color for time purposes. So it's black and white in color, and it is probably the game changer. There's more than one game changer, but it's probably the game changer. It also is in a triangle shape instead of a cone shape. All of our chakras are come from here, come from the body out, smaller points inward. You have them on the front and the back. Some are cone shaped out, some down. This one actually is in a triangle shape, and there's a reason for that, and we'll get to that in a minute. But this Earth Star is at the bottom of our feet and extends out anywhere from 6 to 12 inches. So as it comes online, it starts about 6 inches, and it grows until it's about 6 inches into the earth. As I said, it's black and white. It is the one that is going to change and help us change our 180-degree shift into this new fifth dimensional world. Sometimes when people think too much about it and they think about their feet walking, they tend to get tripped up. So if you find yourself kind of feeling like you're tripping over things or your feet don't want to move, it's your earth-based chakra, because your brain is saying, I'm not supposed to have anything attached below my feet. I'm in the ground. I'm anchored in there. How can I walk? That's a different feeling than our root chakra having us anchored into Gaia. It's a different feeling. So not everyone goes through that, but if you do, and as it's coming online, please remember that it's absolutely okay. I tell people all you have to do is envision bringing that back up to the bottom of your feet when you try to walk, and when you're not walking, just let it go back down into the earth. That one really is going to be attached to so many other things that's why we call it the game changer. And that triangle that I spoke about earlier, its purpose is to filter out the old energy that no longer serves us, the old energy that we are releasing as these new chakras come on. So as they come on and we refilter all of that, that is the waste station. It's where everything that we no longer need energetically is going to go down through the bottom of our feet, down through that chakra, and Mother Earth will take it and she will turn it into whatever she needs energetically, because energy never dies. So we're going to move up now to the what was the root chakra. The root chakra is the only chakra that we have that is activated at birth. But we're giving it a new name because it's got a new color. So we're calling it now the base chakra. That's also to keep it from getting confused with the Earth Star that's down in the ground like a root. So this is called the base star. I'm sorry, the base chakra. And it is platinum in color. It's what makes us sovereign. So it's before where it had us grounded in the ground. It was our grounding. It was our stability. It is still our fight, flight, or freeze response chakra, but it's also, as it changes from red to platinum, as it shifts that color, it's giving us independence from old energies, old thought processes, old belief systems, things that we have a really easy time letting those things go that we know we're holding on to. These are things that we have no clue, things that we aren't even aware that we know or we believe or we think. So as we release those things, that particular chakra will begin its change over changing its energy, frequency, and also changing its color as it goes. So once it's completely platinum, then we know we have achieved that unconditional part of us that is where we are going in this new fifth dimensional life. And we'll talk about that unconditional part in a minute a little more too. It is also the thing that connects us to nature and Mother Earth and every single thing around her. So when you drive by and you see someone clear cutting, or you just see a tree that may even be sick and just needs to be cut down because it's a sick tree, but you feel that twinge right here, and it almost breaks your heart. Or you see something or you can't watch it on TV. That's what that's about. That's that new connection to Mother Earth that is making us so grounded to her. Now we're going to come up and we're going to talk about the new sacral. Okay. So the new sacral is a bright pink color. So far we've got black and white with the Earth Star. We have platinum with the base. And now we have bright pink with the sacral. And the sacral has moved down just a little bit. It's still below the belly button, but it's down just a little bit from where it used to be because it has made room for another chakra that we'll talk about in just a minute. And this chakra is going to be really, really, really hard to shift because this is where all of our relationships have to change for this chakra to change. So we do need to really, really give this some TLC, maybe work with it a little more than others. All of our sex, everything from orientation to how we like it, don't like it, and everything else is now planted right there in that sacral chakra. So it's another thing that we're trying to shift. We're not getting rid of anything. We're just shifting our relationships. We're shifting our codependencies on each other. It's also our relationship to anything that has abundance for us attached to it. And that abundance can be anything that we feel in our life that we lack. So as this chakra comes on board and it begins to turn into that beautiful bright pink color, our ability to release all of those blocks that we have with anything in our life, with our abundance, however that looks for us, our connection to our higher self for longer periods of time. It also, and the reason it's going to be the hardest is it is our unconditional, and I talked about that word earlier, our unconditional love, unconditional gratitude, unconditional acceptance, anything that we are in the process of changing to unconditional, because fifth dimension is all about unconditional. Everything that we need to release is being held right now in that sacral chakra. So again, when you're working on your chakras, maybe give that one just a little TLC. Now, the one that it's made room for is the navel chakra, and it's exactly where you think it would be. It's right in the center. It's at your belly button, and it's a luminous orange color. And this is another chakra that is coming online, and it is the great unifier or the great balancer. It works for your highest good, always, always. And again, remember, you may have read something about the 7 chakra system. This is the new system. So these old chakras are having new jobs, new responsibilities, new things they're in charge of. So that's what I'm talking about, just as a reminder. This is where we find those 8 magic words that those of you that know me know I've been talking about the universal 8 magic words, and they're love, believe, trust, compassion, forgiveness, gratitude. And once you achieve those to an unconditional level, you can allow. And once you learn to completely and 100% allow, you become balanced, and balance is 5th dimension. It's also where we find we are one. Once we achieve that, we find that we are connected to everything, and everything is connected to us. So now we're going to move up right above the belly button, and we're going to go to the solar plexus. And as the solar plexus switches, our need for logical thought processes is going to soften, and our psychic ability of just knowing is going to strengthen. This is also where all of our contracts, our agreements, physical and spiritual, are held. It's where we will go to release those old contracts, those old agreements that we have that hold us to things. If you want to, you can call it old karma, because now we have instant karma. So that's where we're letting those thoughts, those things that we just don't know we need to release, those things that are so embedded. We're going to work with those things there in our solar plexus, because we need to make room for all of the new contracts and all of the new agreements and all of the new understanding. And we talked about downloads earlier. This is where those understandings of those downloads, that true understanding, comes from. And now we're going to move up to the heart. And the heart is expansive on everybody, but now so more than ever. And the heart is a pure white now. It was green, it's white. So as you change, again, if someone reads your aura or in your chakras and they say, oh, your heart's green, it just means that you haven't completely moved and locked in to this new 5th dimensional system. And this takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, even with the activation. So be gentle with yourself, be kind. Don't expect too much at one time. That would probably be not real fun anyway. So take it easy. Let these come online one at a time as they're ready to. But the heart has an electromagnetic field 100 times larger than the brains, and the brains is huge. But the heart needs to be pure. It needs to be those 8 words. It needs to be unconditional before it can come online. It is the one chakra that will come online most, and it'll work between the old 3rd dimension, 4th dimension, and into the 5th dimension. And so it will continue to kind of pulsate back and forth, just like it beats, until we completely get to that place of absolute unconditional, whether it's love, belief, gratitude, doesn't matter. Once all of those are checked off and we are in that space, the heart will then completely shift over. We also hold our highest self there. You might call it that our highest self, our highest esteem, how we gauge what type of person we are. We are holding that in that heart space. And that's why until all of the unconditionals can come in, it can't change, because it holds us to that place. And so we need to be aware of that when we're working with that particular chakra. And so we also know that the heart is another blueprint. Okay, we have several chakras that are blueprints, and the heart chakra is another one. This blueprint basically says one thing: if there's ego left, it will not shift. There cannot be ego in the heart chakra for it to completely lock in. And I know that sounds impossible and it sounds absolutely insane, but it can happen. So now we're going to go to the third eye. And the third eye and the crown I'm going to kind of do together, because the third eye and the crown are, they're coming online separately, but they're melding together as they do. So as each one becomes stronger and stronger, they come closer and closer and closer until they will eventually become one unit. They will still work and be able to work independently of each other, but they will do that in unison. And that may sound kind of oxymoronish, but it's not. They will be totally independent, but working together in unison. That's where our spirit is. The blueprints here are where all your downloads come from. So you have your downloads here for the physical, but this is the spiritual downloads. So from below the heart are those low vibrational frequency chakras. Now we are at the heart and above, and we're talking about the high frequency chakras. So the blueprints for all of your downloads, your connections to people on the other side, anything that has to do with that part of your spirituality is what your chakra system for your third eye is beginning to do. Now you put that with your crown, and when you put that with the crown, it's about all of your spirituality. It's about your awakening. It's about bringing you online. It's about the ease at which you release things. All of your new spirituality, all of this shift, all of this enlightenment, all of these words we've heard, that is what the crown chakra is doing now. It's bringing all of that online. So we have another one, the causal, and it's back here. And the causal is a little askew, and it works with the base. So until we get the base and the causal completely shifted, they won't all lock in anyway. But it's okay. It can take time. We have some time. It's all right. This is where your psychic understanding comes from. There's a difference in having psychic visions and having a psychic understanding. This is also where you understand what unconditional actually means. It's not exactly how Webster has it in the dictionary, so to speak. It is a spiritual unconditional, no judgment, no ifs, ands, buts. It is a period with an exclamation point as far as the universe is concerned. That being said, the causal is going to be the thing that's going to help with your base chakra, take away all of the judgment that we have in these cells in our body that we don't even know we have. So if we let these come online a little bit, let them work in unison, try to do the exercises and breathe and stay out of their way, they will come on a lot faster, and they will be in unison with each other when they do. Now we're going to go to the soul star. And that's going back up here. And I know it kind of went down, but that's kind of how they work. So I'm going in how they work spiritually. And the soul star, it's about here. Okay. About, I don't know, 4-6 inches above your head. And oh, I forgot to tell you, the throat's royal blue. It changed from blue to royal blue. I apologize. These two are crystal in color, crystal clear. And then the causal's pure white, just like the heart. But it's actually working with the base. Okay. And so now we're going to go to the pink magenta soul chakra, soul star. This pink magenta it opens up really early. It's one of the first new chakras to open, and it starts opening really early. It's where our new wisdom is held. It's where the beginning of a new joy comes from. It's where understanding your own spirituality comes from. It's where all of your gifts and talents are waiting for you to come and open the door and find them, because they're there. They're just waiting on you to open that door. So if you just happen to know something, or you feel like when you hear something spiritual being said and you've never quite seen it that way, but you understand it, that's because your soul star chakra, remember it's bright pink, is activating and beginning to bring you really online. Now we can have these things without all of that, but that's the thing that really makes that connection, when you really just want more and more and more and more information. And last but definitely not least is our stellar gateway. And the stellar gateway is a ball of light, and it's golden in color, beautiful golden. And it's really very simple. It's a very simple, one of the most simple, easiest chakras to remember, because it's all about the divine. There is nothing about the divine that doesn't come first through this stellar gateway. At one time, when we were doing the 7 chakras, before we actually learned a whole lot about the 12, we had what they called a God chakra, and it was the same color, same chakra. It's just moved above, changed the name like all the others, but it's committed to all frequency. Everything on the planet has frequency and vibration. So you are truly connected to every single thing. It's not that you know you're connected like before. This one, you are truly connected. So as you open that up, you just know that, you feel it. It's when you have complete out-of-body experiences, even though you're awake. It's when you're in gamma mode in your brain and you see something happen, and all of a sudden it just slows down. Time almost stands still. That's when you know that your stellar gateway chakra is up and running. It is the ultimate, highest, best self. It's as high as we can go on this planet before unconsciousness and death. We are living at our fullest potential when we are in that space. So I hope this answers a little bit about what the new system is and how it's going to work. And I think maybe do we have time for me to run through this, or
Absolutely. Go right ahead. I was
Okay.
trying to take notes, so it would be great if you could run through them one at a time. Awesome.
Okay. So this is an activation, and if you decide you want to do this and you want a copy of it, I will be more than happy to send you one. Like Denise said, my information will be on the taped one, and you can just get to me through my website, and I'll be more than happy to send you one of these. And Vince, I know I owe you one. So we're going to activate this. And again, I was asked back in February to get a group of people together. I was honored enough to have enough people to have two groups. One were practitioners, and one was a mixed group of practitioners, non-practitioners, people who didn't even know what a chakra really was. And we did this activation. They did it for 33 days, and I would check their chakras occasionally. Like Denise said, I can see colors. I see auras and chakras and meridians. And so I would check their chakras, and I would see how they were coming with this activation. And the numbers were just amazing. When I turned them in, they were just really amazed at how well this activation did. So we want to start by saying, I am invoking, and you can say this to yourself as I say it. I am invoking the archangels to assist in the opening, alignment, and activation of my fifth chakra system. Archangel Sandalphon, please open, align, and activate my black and white Earth Star chakra. Archangel Gabriel, please open, align, and activate my platinum base chakra. Archangel Gabriel, please open, align, and activate my bright pink sacral chakra. Archangel Gabriel, please open, align, and activate my luminous orange navel chakra. Archangel Uriel, please open, align, and activate my golden solar plexus chakra. Archangel Michael, I'm sorry, I skipped one. Archangel Chamuel, sorry. Please open, align, and activate my pure white heart center chakra. Archangel Michael, please open, align, and activate my royal blue throat chakra. Archangel Raphael, please open, align, and activate my crystal clear third chakra. Archangel Christael, please open, align, and activate my pure white causal chakra. Archangel Mariel and Zadkiel, please open, align, and activate my magenta pink soul star chakra. And Archangel Metatron, please open, align, and activate my golden ball of light, my stellar gateway chakra. Now that will begin your activation. Just this one time will begin it. If you work with those, If you want to work more with those, feel free. The more you work with them, the faster they're going to activate. If you have any questions or anything, again, you can find my information where Denise said. I will be more than happy to talk to you or help you with anything about your chakra system. And I am just so honored and so humbled that all of you showed up here tonight for me. It's just been a great experience and a blast. So thank you very, very, very much.
Oh, Chris, we're so happy that you were able to be here with us tonight. As a grandma shaman of the community and beyond, so much of the information that you share with us is just so helpful to get us through these times. Now, you were saying, for example, like with the chakras, the more we work with them, the faster they'll open the new chakras.
Right.
But yet, if we do nothing at all, they still will eventually open. So we don't have to worry about, I'm not opening. It's not there yet, right?
There is absolutely nothing to worry about. If you choose to turn this off and never think about this again, you will come online and it will just be slower. But it does not mean that you have to do this at all. This is just some information in case you're interested. And if you do want to activate them a little faster, hopefully this will be what gets it done for you.
Yeah, well, that's great. And different colors in the chakra too. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
One quick thing, when we did this as a group, both of my groups, when we read out loud the activation, because they read it out loud and they read it in unison, and the two groups were so large, the blue throat chakra immediately after the third reading changed from a lighter blue to that royal blue instantly. And it hasn't changed. I've seen almost everybody in both groups at least 2 or 3 times since then, and it has not gone back or changed on anyone. Once these chakras are locked in, they are locked in permanently.
Wow, that's good to know. That's good. No sliding backwards.
No sliding backwards. No, ma'am.
That's great. That is terrific. Well, like I said, that's Chris Gordon's website, once again, is Celestial Healing with Chris. I just love that. .com. And we will have it at the end. So if you're rewatching this video, I'll have it up within the next 24, 48 hours. And like Chris said, she'll be glad to, give you a listing of the information of what she just said to help you along. I know I was keeping notes, but it was hard to keep up because I was listening, just engaging with it so much more. And I mean, our chakras are, what we're going to need to keep on going in this new world. And so as the energy of the planet shifts and change, so do we. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, we're changing with this planet at the same time. So learning how we can, put this together a little better and not get so scared of what's going on and just go with the flow and the things that Chris has taught us, it just helps us so much. So I want to thank you so much, Chris, for being here with us. It was absolutely awesome.
Thank you,
And yeah, we'll do some more stuff in the future too.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so let's see. So just a few little reminders again. Next month will be the last live Zoom. After that, we're still going to bring the same information, the same great people, lots of different speakers on, but you'll just be able to get to it faster, easier, and at your convenience. So I'm hoping that will just be a lot better and more inclined what everybody wants to go to just jump on the YouTube channel again, which will be at the end of the video. Or if you go to my website, which is mindbodyhealing.biz, you can find the information on there as well. Okay. And again, next month, we'll have Suzanne Sweeney from Energize Body and Mind, and that will be on November 10th on a Sunday. And I will try to get a really cool meditation to do for our last in-person one. And then in December, I will be the host as I bring on some special guests, a few surprises as we close out the year with kind of an end of year recap. So we can also think about releasing what we no longer need from 2024 and bring in the energy of feeling better and enlivened and invigorating and excited about 2025 and what we can do to create the new earth that we're all waiting for. And we don't have to wait too much longer. We can also bring it into us in a lot of different ways. And I'll have people on here talking about how we can do that as well. So just stay tuned for all of that. I'm just going to do just quick closing meditation on a rainbow garden, the chakras. Now, I only have it on the original 7, so I hope the other 5 don't get insulted, but I will just bring you through the chakras that we're used to at the moment and just kind of see them cleared, cleansed, and working at their highest good. So if you So I hope you enjoy the meditation. And Chris, I want to thank you again. It was wonderful having you on. I thank you all for being here tonight. And again, you can check the video tomorrow and we will have the rest of the information up there so you can access that. And with that, I just want to say one more thing. If we could just do a quick 10 seconds of the people that have been through so much in North Carolina and in Florida. And we'll just do that for about 10 seconds quick and hold them in your heart. Thank you. And just keep sending them good energy. Be good to yourself. And I'll see you again next month and November 10th with Suzanne Sweeney. So thanks again for being here. Have a
Thanks.
great night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.